Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, Lamar Jackson spreading a little holiday cheer. Look, the Ravens this past week put away the Cincinnati Bengals in an absolute blowout. 34, I believe, to 20, and the last score that they did was a garbage time, a couple seconds left in the game, touchdown. It was like 34-13. It was a legit blowout. And the Ravens took care of business at home, and they earned themselves a couple extra days off. You understand where I'm coming from? And as an athlete, when you get some days off, you make the most of it. You've heard stories. You have athletes going out there to Vegas, flying out, doing all time, going to the islands. They in Jamaica, talk about some shubba. You know what I'm saying? But not Lamar Jackson. No. You see, number 8 or QB1 or future Super Bowl champion MVP was busy in the community. And you're going to ask yourself, what was he doing in the community? I'll tell you exactly what he was doing in the community, because I have the clip, and it's right here. That's right. Helping out, help feed the community during the holidays when prices have been so egregious, so atrocious, so high because of inflation, and he's out there giving back when he should be iced up. What's that thing that Steve said? Ice up, son, ice up. So that's what we expect him to be doing, right? Chilling out at home, watching the big screen, probably in the jacuzzi, something of that effect. But he's out there in the community. You see, I always say, and I said this in a tweet today, it's one thing to be a top flight QB, one of the best players in the league, top 2 QB, whatever you want to say. It's a whole other thing to be a good human being. And Lamar Jackson highlights good human being. And you can just hear the people. Look at the joy on their faces. The kids who can have, who will enjoy this even further. That their holiday, that Thanksgiving, upcoming Thanksgiving, even further. If that family was, let's say, couldn't afford it, they can afford it now. He made sure that they got it. I touch on this to say this. A lot of times in media, we make it all about what's on the field. And that's one of the most foolish things I've ever seen or heard of in my life. Because we heard back in the old days with Charles Barkley, he was like, I ain't no role model. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you are. You're a representation of the community in which you come from. Some of us hate it. That's why a lot of us don't like being in leadership roles, because of the responsibility. Who's ever really been in a leadership role hates it simply because of responsibility. Because if you're a real leader, you know that it's all on my shoulders. It's my job to make sure it works. You understand where I'm coming from? And when you're an athlete, somebody of high significance in pop culture or such, when you're just pranced across the screen to the multitude of children that watch the NFL, watch for superstars that sound like them, look like them, they can relate to, he takes it head on. He embraces it. And he doesn't come off fake. He's totally genuine. Everybody, I remember I was getting a lot of DMs when I was afforded the opportunity, me and Ing Raven. I'll always put Ing Raven in there because it was a 2-man gig. Me and Ing Raven was afforded the opportunity to interview him. And the biggest thing you'll always hear Ing Raven go back to, and myself, he's so down to earth. He is down to earth. And not just like I'm acting like, no. I'm talking casually like, hey, I'm a young man. I just trying my best. I ain't perfect, but I'm giving it my all. You can respect that. The media doesn't highlight these things. And there are so many other athletes outside of a Lamar Jackson that are doing things within their community that deserve to be highlighted. I put out a tweet. The tweet's been going crazy. Shout out to Lamar, even responded to it because I didn't expect him to respond. I was just highlighting the positivity that he put out there in the universe. You know what I mean? And he responded to it and said, I appreciate you, Nitro. And that was just love. You know what I'm saying? I told him, man, it's all love, man. During that tweet, I was hoping that it would turn into a thread for all of the great things that these athletes are doing for their communities. Because Lamar's not the only one. There's a plethora of guys that are donating to the homeless, building homes for veterans. Like, bro, there's so much positivity. And right now with the country being in such a turmoil state, that's what we need. The light in the darkness. It goes beyond the sport. You see, when you're a big money player in the NBA, NFL, whatever, big time athlete, you're a representation of your community and the brand. That's why you get paid the big bucks. Lamar Jackson has been nothing short of incredible. And it's not just because I got to meet him. It's not because, we're on very good terms and stuff like that. It's because he goes out there, gives it his all, leaves everything out on the field, and still tries to give that same energy out to multiple communities. He's done it in Louisville. He's done it in Miami, where he was born, and in Baltimore. And the man's still trying to do more. It's one thing to say, he's doing it on his own dime. I can do nothing but respect that. How can you not respect that? We could talk about this because it's the Wonder Kind Show. When you look at black athletes, right? Some of the stuff that goes on for portrayal or anything else like that, you have a young man that is a Christian young man that is out there trying to help and change the lives of young children in a positive way, not just in sports, but just in life, in schooling. And he does it quietly. He's like, yeah, no big deal. Kids are our future, you know what I'm saying? That's how he talks, that's how he thinks. I believe stories like this should be what the pieces on ESPN should be about. This is what should be circulated. Because what it does is it gives people hope. It really, especially during this time of the year when some people are having deaths in their family. They're having to have to lose their jobs, can't afford their mortgages, can't afford the food on their tables, much less a holiday meal. And to have these athletes, specifically one named Lamar Jackson, go out there and to make sure, like, look, I'm going to try to do my part. Because here's the thing, guys. We're all on this floating rock together. If everybody was to help just a little, how better would the world be? And I thought, watching that was the biggest highlight of that moment. Because it doesn't matter if you're rich. It doesn't matter if you're middle class. If everybody just helped a little bit, oh, what a beautiful world it would be. So during this holiday time, I implore everybody to give a little, help out a little, sacrifice a little. Because let me tell you something. Some people, as hard as a lot of people say they have it, there's always someone that has it harder than you. And you don't know how that little giving could truly bless somebody else's life. Great story. I wish ESPN would cover it. But as always, that's another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Oh, And you know I didn't want to end the episode without one of these. Oh! Yeah. That's another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. You know I love the comments. And if you haven't done so already, check out The Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content goodness beneath your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try, let me know what you think. And if you want to donate to the channel, right here, you'll see at the bottom of the screen the QR code. QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App's located in the description of every video that we do. And the name of it is $, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This host Nitro signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yerp.